Hello and welcome to the Penno Channel. I'm joined here with my bro to go through the performance yesterday against Everton, where Aston Villa won 3-2. Um, Before we start, as always, if you could like, subscribe if you're new, and also comment. Just going to start this one with a bit of sad news. Gary Shaw, Aston Villa legend, league winner, European Cup winner, has sadly passed away. We want to send our condolences to his family and friends. An absolute legend of the club. Me and my brother didn't have the privilege or the honour to watch him play, but I've heard so many stories of his ability and how much of a wonderful player he was. So show our respects and condolences to Gary's family and friends. Anyway, bro, such a sad note to start on, but we move on. And the game yesterday, what a game and what a performance. How's your day been after last night? Have you had a nice relaxed one? Watch a bit of the football? Yeah. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, bro. I just want to offer my condolences as well, man. Gary Shaw was a legend of the club, and I'm sure we'll honor him properly as well because he deserves it, man. So, yeah, thoughts go out to his family and that. On the game yesterday, bro. Wow, for Villa to finally face a bit of adversity at home against a team that we're expected to beat, and to come out on top, to get the 3 points, and just to get up the league, bro, so satisfying. And yeah, I'm still buzzing off that goal. You know the goal I'm talking about. So
Yeah, a few people are joining the chat. Marcus says, thanks for joining. Marcus says, pass. Yeah, that's what we understand. And Kevin says, RIP Gary Shaw. Yeah, sending our condolences to his family and friends, and RIP, an absolute legend of the club, man. I always remember, bro, like being told stories through family about how much of a player he was back in the day and how pivotal he was to us. And he was just a wonderful player. And I know many people older than us who he is a legend to, and he's like one of their favourite players. So, yeah, absolutely devastating news, man. But we move on to the game yesterday, and yeah, bro, today's just been a nice chilled one. It's nice when your team's won on a Saturday and you can just relax, you can enjoy the football. That if you're watching it, family time's great. You have a great weekend, and yeah, man, just a big 3 points to come from yesterday. When we were in a moment and a situation where it looked like at one point it might not have been possible, but yeah, let's get into the whole day and everything around it.
Let's get into the game.
No, let's get into the day first. That's too hate. Let's get into the day because a lot of things happened. The fan zone was put up. New stuff around the ground. Things have been, plushed up in a sense. The ticketing system, again, a few problems here. We missed kickoff, but that's partly our fault for getting late, but also partly due to the fact there was still a lot of queues around the upper and lower hall. The hoardings and the signs, it felt like we were in Tron last night at the ground. It was all mad. It did give the feeling of you as a Champions League game, I have to say, man. Just the lights, the red and white for the Betano sponsorship was all mad. It felt like I was in Tron, man. If you know what Tron is, yeah, it was all mad, man. But yeah, the feeling going into it, it felt different in the ground, didn't it?
Yeah, man, it felt like dystopian in a way, bro. I'll be real.
Yeah, it did.
I'm trying to watch Konza progress the ball, bro, and I got this like beaming orange in my eyes, bro. That I had to turn away at one point. But yeah, man, I got over it quickly, and yeah, I think they need to change that, man. Like the other sponsors were brilliant, but bro, the orange was crazy.
Oh, the red and white mix was like I remember leaving and I was still closing my eyes. I was still seeing that like in my mind, just that red and white pattern going around the ground. It was intense. But in fact, I don't know, because it was a night game. Well, like 5:30 going into the night, and like obviously the sun set through the game. It kind of did give that feel of like a European kind of atmosphere. It didn't feel quite like we were in Birmingham. If you got my drift with that, the whole hoardings and the advertising, it did feel different. But yeah, if they could just tone a bit on the lighting, because it was hard to look at the pitch from where we were at times. But yeah, we'll crack on to the game itself. And let's talk about the lineups and the setup, bro. Because Villa, no change, except for Leon Bailey coming out who couldn't make it. So Jacob Ramsey came in. Apart from that, no change. Was that what you were expecting?
Yeah. Unai said like yesterday or the day before that he's going to wait last minute to see on Bailey, see if he can make the game. But normally when Emery does do that, it means that they're out. He just says it just to not give any secrets away to the opposition. So, yeah, no real surprise. Bailey out. I do feel like we probably lack his profile, like when he is out wide, because he's so good, like 1v1. And I guess McGinn out on that side is a different type of profile. McGinn's more similar to Ramsey than he is to Bailey, if that makes sense. So, yeah, Ramsey coming in again on the left-hand side as well. So, yeah, no real surprise to the lineup. What about you? What did you think of it?
No surprise to me at all. I thought McGinn would go to the right and Ramsey would come on to the left. And I think Bogard and Nedeljkovic, but Bogard kept his place. It's very interesting to see now that Unai, that's it, is adamant Carlos is not starting and Konsa's not playing right back. Because last season, we'd have moved Konsa to right back and Diego Carlos would have come in. But Konsa is part of his centre-back partner for this season. So it's either going to be Nedeljkovic or Bogard playing at right back, or when Matty Cash is back, he'll slot back in. So that is interesting to see now. I think that kind of is confirmation of that. That Ezri Konsa will be playing as a centre-back throughout the whole of this season.
Yeah, and big opportunity for Bogard, man. He's got until Cash is back because it looks like he's nailed down that spot. And 2 wins since he's joined the first team. It's not bad. I do see a lot of conflicting opinions on his performances, and that we'll get into that later. But yeah, man, he's got a real chance to make it hard for Cash to get back in if he's got a bit of time. So yeah, facts on what he said about Carlos. I don't know what's going on with them two. Like I told you on the pod before, they had a massive falling out after the Sevilla game. Things happened. Things were said. Things. I was going to say things were kicked in it, but I don't think I should say that. But yeah,
was that pre-season?
Pre-season, yeah. After the Seville game, just complete. He was training on his own basically, so a massive.
Or Leipzig.
Sorry, not Seville.
Yeah,
Leipzig. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. After that,
but yeah, bro, he's not even coming on for minutes. I don't think he came on against Leicester. So we'll see. We'll see if January if he's still being potentially being sold. Yeah, but yeah, was confident with the team. I think nowadays when we're at home, we just have a sense of quality and just we know we're going to have the ball for the majority of the game, and we know that we have real talent in the squad.
Anything surprise you with how Everton set up at all? They went for a kind of 4-2-3-1 in essence. Dwight McNeil was kind of playing off Calvert-Lewin, and Iliman Ndiaye found himself playing off the left in that. Jack Harrison off the right, and then Idrissa Gueye and Tim Iroegbunam, who are no strangers to Villa Park, were sitting in the middle of the pitch with another no stranger, Ashley Young playing off the right, Milenkovic playing on the left as left back, and then Tarkowski and Michael Keane in them as centre backs. I do find it strange that Iliman, I didn't think he'd play off the left. Maybe that was used in the idea that they'd watch what Mavididi had done to Bogard at times at the King Power Stadium, and thought we'll put Iliman on that left hand side and Ndiaye on that left hand side against Bogard on the right, because he could probably cause him problems. I don't know if that was a thinking of Sean Dyche and switching him and McNeil's positioning.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. I hadn't even considered that. They would have watched the tape on Bogard, who, as good as he is on the ball, does have difficulty defending 1v1.
Yeah. So it was interesting lineups, and I always feel if we go a goal up, we win the game, especially at home. I have that feeling. I know we had a few, the Brentford game that happened where they came back, but the majority of the time I feel now, with the side we have and the quality we have, if we take the lead, we win the game. So I was just expecting all I wanted us to do was get an early goal. And I'll say for the first 10-15, it felt like a goal was coming, didn't it, in the way we played and the amount of ball we had. We were penning them back in their half. I thought the link up between Digne, Jacob Ramsey on that left-hand side with Tielemans going over was causing Everton all sorts of problems, especially Ashley Young, because he was currently playing at right back at that time. And it just felt like a matter of time before we get the first.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought the first 15, 20 minutes, outstanding. we're now at a point where we treat teams as if we're Man City in terms of how the game state goes. We're camped in their half. We're playing the ball around, trying to move their block, trying to find space. And it's just such a joy to watch, man. And there's a sense of, I think there's a sense of proudness within the fan base. Like when we're on the ball, like we're watching, we're enjoying the football. And it just feels good to be at this point now where we're at the stage, we're pinning teams back from the kickoff, bro. Everton aren't mugs. I know the bottom of the league, but this isn't a team like full of scrubs. This isn't a League Two team coming to play in an FA Cup game. This is a Prem side. They've got respectable players, and we're pinning them back from the jump. Like honestly, it's so satisfying to see. And I'm one of them guys where if we're creating chances, the performances is good. I'm always going to be happy. I'm going to be content, and that's what I saw, bro.
Yeah, we're creating a number of good opportunities to get around them at the back, and it really did just feel like it was only a matter of time before we were going to get a goal, but that wasn't to be the case. And I don't know, some of the tactics and stuff, it was a bit bitty. Some of the challenges by Everton. I mean, they have some prime shit houses in that side as well. I'm going to discuss who's more of a shit house, Jordan Pickford or Emi Martinez, because they were both up to their antics during the game. But yeah, it got a bit bitty, and they started to get a little bit of momentum in that. They started to trust in their press a bit more. And yeah, the first goal comes from them just trusting in that press and pressing on Amadou and Onana on the ball and turning it over. And it's a good finish from Dwight McNeil.
Yeah, you talk about the tackles. Konza gets caught on his ankle before that thing happened, and it just felt like pre-planned. I turned to you, I was just like, that seems like that was intentional. Knowing what happened in the Finland game, Konza might be carrying a small knock. Let's just take him out, basically, bro. Thought it should have been a booking, it wasn't. Finland Dye got booked for kicking the ball away, which is just whatever, in it. But yeah, Noi from Calvert-Lewin. And their goal, bro, yeah, we're dominating possession. I don't even think we got careless. Like, I just think it's just one of them. The touch is sloppy. They press well. And Nana, sometimes he does seem just a bit uncomfortable when receiving the ball. Just sometimes the touch just gets away from him a bit. Did you think it was a foul?
Nah, I don't think it was a foul. I think he got the ball fairly, to be fair.
Yeah, I didn't either. And McNeil, bro, he's traveling with the ball. It's Dwight McNeil. He's a good player, but I just don't think I can be too mad at how that goal goes in. Like, it's not a massive chance. He's taken it early. Maybe Martinez should do a little bit better, but yeah, that kind of goal, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, even when you look at Man City, to go back to the example, sometimes a team will get a counter attack and like they'll just score. Like, you look at Schmodic the other day for Ipswich. Like, it happens, and it happens even to the best teams in the world. So even when Everton scored that, I was still fine. I wasn't deflated. I was just like, it's okay. Let's get the ball back and we'll carry on.
Yeah, it did feel like that. It just felt like they were going to get, if they were to score, we'd just continue on. But where things kind of changed a little bit was when they got the second, a free kick given away on right by the Everton fans in the lower dug. Kind of a needless free kick. It was a bit of a bitty one. And I think the biggest concern for us as a team is our defending from set pieces. And I think our defending from set pieces is the biggest weakness in our side. And again, we concede just a simple set piece. Calvert-Lewin has a free header. I think Tarkowski behind does well because he's pushing Tielemans, so he plays him on. So they've engineered that. But Calvert-Lewin just has a free header. Emi Martinez gets caught in a scenario where he doesn't know where to come. He ends up bad tracking onto his line, and it's just a simple heading into the bottom corner. And we find ourselves 2-0 down.
Yeah, and we thought we might have caught life with the VAR in it, but seems like someone in the Everton fan base had a stream up early, and them started celebrating, and it's got him when they do that because you just know like they've seen the green line drawn and it's onside. But yeah, super poor defending, poor free kick to give away. And as much as we give McPhee credit for the attacking set pieces, do we know who's on the defensive? We can only assume as fans, like we don't actually know how it happens, but you gotta assume it's him and the coaching staff as well. So yeah, man, need to fix that up, bro. Really need to fix that up, because imagine how promising it will be if we were good defensively as we are attacking set pieces.
Yeah, facts for sure. And it's just one of these things. What do you think the problem is? Is it because of the strength and size that we have in our team? What do you think is the big factor for us, and why we just struggle to defend set pieces?
I think it's a combination of maybe a lack of physicality in the air. Like, I love Konza, but I don't think he's the greatest in the air. Powell, even with his height, can be a bit bullied in them aerial duels. Then you look at our left back, Dean's not the tallest. You got Beauregard there as well. You'd think Onana would help out with it a little bit, and he has done, but yeah. I think it's a combination of lack of height and just switching off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I think we're over-reliant now on Onana winning that first contact, aren't we? When the Tyrone Mings will be playing, then that's another player who will be good at that and reading, or we're relying on Emmy to come and claim the ball. But it doesn't seem like we have enough people aerially to defend set pieces and win that first contact when it comes in the area. And yeah, we've just been so poor it's been like a year and a half now. We've been so poor at defending set pieces, and I think that's just our biggest weakness in our side. Everything else has shown an upward trajectory, but that we just seem to struggle with. And yeah, we end up conceding another sloppy goal from set piece and find ourselves 2-0 down. At this point, I was a bit concerned. You were still full of confidence that we'd come back and get the victory, weren't you? But yeah, I don't know. I thought this Everton side aren't molten. It's going to be tough for us to get back into this one.
Yeah, I was still believing, just because of the nature of the goals, like set piece and like a long shot from outside the box. I was just like, we haven't been bad. They haven't dominated the ball in our area. They had some nice spells, but just the way we was playing, we were still creating chances. Rodgers' ball carrying was really good. He was getting into good spaces. Just a little bit of times where I think he can go closer to goal and get like a better shot off, but he was having a bit of joy. Watkins was getting some chances as well. Trying to think of what other chances we might have had. I think McGinn had a couple of shots that were being blocked, and Watkins had the chance from the corner, the header that was cleared off the line by Ndai. That was a pretty big chance.
Yeah.
So we were still creating.
Yeah, for sure. We were creating throughout the game. I thought Rodgers at times, his final action just let him down yesterday. He could have bagged a goal and assist quite comfortably, and we'll move on to the second half where that definitely could have been the case. But he had a similar moment as his goal against Brentford, where he did the shimmy cut inside and hit it with his left foot, and he just hit it straight down the throat.
He loves that, doesn't he? He loves that little shimmy. That is hard work.
It was like a similar position. But yeah, I think, again, Morgan Rodgers needs that goal, and they'll start flooding him, because he's had so many moments in the last 4 games where he should have picked up some form of GA, and he hasn't quite done that yet. I mean, albeit Ollie Watkins has played a part in that as well in terms of the assists. But for the goal scoring, he's had a few chances where he should have scored. And again, yesterday, I thought he should have done better with the pass across in the second half to Watkins. But yeah, something he can improve on, because his progressive ability, he's shown that in leaps and bounds, especially against Arsenal. And he had at times again yesterday. He had a good duel with Iroegbunam in that middle of the park. I think sometimes Morgan came on top and sometimes Tim did getting back, but he was trying to progress the ball and they were going shoulder to shoulder. So yeah, man, that was interesting to see.
I think sometimes as well, because Rodgers is so electric physically and he has such strength that he can just bully people off the ball, it might take away from his technical ability and maybe his need to think, okay, I need to sharpen up on my touch, on my weight of pass in the final third. Sometimes just something I noticed. It might be pure like anecdotal in it, but because he's so strong and he can just bully man, it might be a trade-off with the technique itself and just knowing the right pass to play, the weight of the pass. Like we saw with the Watkins chance second half, that we'll get onto what I'm talking about. That might be a thing with that as well. So I think you're right, man. He just needs a goal.
He does.
He needs a goal badly.
He does.
You never know, Tuesday, man. He might rise to the Champions League, bro. That might be the
facts. Another player we were saying, and we've been saying, just needs a goal. He's been getting in all the positions. He's getting all the chances. He was bound to come, and that's Ollie Watkins. And that kind of changed the game from there. Wonderful ball from Digne. But before that, actually, let's get on to it, because Onana, he was having an absolute stinker at that point.
He was having
let's not get it twisted. He was having a stinker. It felt like the occasion was getting to him a little bit because he was wanting to do so well because he was against his old club. Everton fans haven't taken too great to him leaving. So yeah, he felt like he really wanted to perform. And he was doing a bit too much. Yeah, he did. It felt like the occasion was getting to him. But that pass he plays to Luca Dean to set up that move is a wonderful left-footed pass. And the ball from Luca Dean, it's identical, but from the other side. Again, the Brentford game, the Watkins header, similar sort of header. And the way Watkins is able to out-jump Michael Keane, I know he kind of has the run on him, but he out-jumps him and just manages to get his head on it. It kind of hits off Keane and goes in. But the leap is fantastic. The delivery is incredible because I think Watkins was only the real person in the box at that moment in time. So Digne's picked out a fantastic cross, how he's looped it over Pickford. You can't really get to it. And Watkins has out-jumped Michael Keane and it ends up going in the back of the net.
Yeah, facts. We were behind the goal in the whole end and it almost felt weird for me because I just thought Keane was going to head it away for a corner. So when I saw Watkins actually got to I was like, what? What the fuck? We actually scored. So yeah, satisfying. It's a great ball by Luca Dean. And it's just so good when you know you're playing well and you actually get rewarded with the goal. And you're just like, come on then, game on. They haven't played well. Everton have not played that well in that game and they're 2-0 up. It's just one of them things in football. And I knew with the performance, bro, that we can score for fun in it. It's just defensively where we lack. So yeah, Ollie Watkins, I'm tired of the conversation that me and you got to do every season where he doesn't score in the first 3 games, man. Like,
he's a slow starter. You all remember, I'm not saying he's Harry Kane yet, but you all remember Harry Kane in August. He never used to score. It was well known he'd never score in August. Oh, yeah. And then suddenly he bagged 30 goals for the season. Yeah, I think Ollie's similar.
He might be
similar things. Yeah, he needs a few games to just get in the swing of things and then he'll start banging the goals in. And I could tell he was relieved because he's running off. I've seen it like on the highlights. He goes, "Fucking yes!" As if to say, "I needed that one."
He grabbed that ball, bro. He grabbed that ball.
Like he was ready to go in it. Like he was ready to go. And we'll get on to second because he grabs the ball again and he kind of reminds everyone who he is. But going into that 1-2-1, Everton, what did you think to Everton's tactics? Because they would, throughout the first half, they just seemed like elements where they were just trying to slow the game down, and they were playing up to going down, taking some time. The time wasting motions were coming in early from Jordan Pickford. Expected. First, I want to say, who's the biggest shithouse, Jordan Pickford or Emi Martinez? Because we saw Emi Martinez get a booking for something I don't think was quite that bad, because firstly, Emi's gone to clear the ball, acted like it's gone out of play, grabbed it and then thrown it back in the direction. So I don't know if that was a yellow, but yeah, who do you think's the biggest shit outside of them two? Because Jordan Pickford was on a wind up yesterday.
Bro, who's the better boxer, Ali or Tyson, bro? Like these two are like their game. I can't flip of the coin, bro.
The bad for it, edit. The bad for it. I mean, the Pickford, I think, was it when he went down in the area, I think it was after the head, and he kind of like claimed he had mad cramp and stuff, and was just taking his time, playing up to it. Yeah, I think they are both as bad as each other, man. True shithouse goalkeepers, and Everton tactics seemed to be that way. They were just trying to stifle any momentum we're trying to gather in that first half, especially, and we didn't let it phase us, which is really good, and I'm sure Uno would be impressed with that. We didn't let it phase us, and we kept on attacking and trying to create chances. But yeah, we move on to the second half, bro, and Unai again shows the cojones, shows the minerals. Amadou Onana was not having a good game. He was not having a good game, bro. And it was the right substitution, absolutely right substitution to make. Onana comes off, Ross Barkley comes on. And wow, Ross Barkley, yeah, bro. The sub.
Yeah, before we touch on today, it's a great point what you're on about as well, and it was a great substitution. But the first half stats, we had 78 possession, 78% possession, Everton and 22. 1 XG for us, 0.67 for them. 3 big chances for Villa. We beat them on shots. We had 7 shots, Everton had 3 shots, and we had 3 corners. They had 1 corner. So yeah, I think we deserved to be ahead going into that second half.
We did. We dominated, but we were 2-1 down. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And then touching on this substitution, Emery's come out and said, let me read his words. So I don't want to misquote him, but essentially he said, I decided to take Onana off for tactical reasons. He's been good this season, but there's still a lot of work to do with him being comfortable with how we play. He said in the second half, I wanted us to keep the ball better and take more time in our build-up play. And Barkley's more suited to this. Yeah. Amadou has had to try quickly to adapt because there's been no Kamara. So I thought that was interesting as well. Is he hinting that Kamara might have just carried on starting had he not been injured? I just thought this was a really interesting, or maybe their minutes for the I decided to change tactically, but of course it was not for his mistake for the goal. I never punish my players for mistakes. Never.
He's a fantastic manager, man. And the way he articulates himself, even though English isn't his first language, it's incredible because you understand what he's saying. He just wanted to control that ball and he wanted a player who could play, if he felt like he could play better with the ball. It's one of those scenarios where we were playing a side who we knew were going to start sitting back and camp and try and transition. And we had the luxury of just having another excellent ball player on the bench. And why not have two excellent ball players on the pitch at the same time and really dictate the play, which we started to do. And we'll get on to Ross Barkley. But first, Michelle makes a great point. Why did Unai get a yellow card?
They're just hating at this point, isn't it? Like, you can't
what was that all about? I remember we thought one of their players was going to get a booking, and he just went over to Unai and just booked him, didn't he? I'm not too sure, Michelle, what it was, but yeah, that confused me at the time as well. I had no idea why he got a booking. If anyone wants to put in the chat the reason why, I haven't seen, but yeah, I don't know. But they just couldn't handle the tactics. The tactics he was giving on the side of the pitch, man. He was probably up in there and just telling everyone their positioning. I know he gave Barkley a rollicking as well at some point during that second half, even though he was playing. But yeah, we'll go into this second half, bro. 2-1 down. You know now, Sean Dyche, they're going to just try and hit us on a transition. They're going to sit in their shape and try and hit us. And now it's about us breaking down a side who are looking to sit in their position. Now, we had times last season against Sheffield United, sticks out, doesn't it? The game where we had the opportunity to go top and we just couldn't break them down. We managed to get a point from that game, but we just could not break them down for everything we tried. And I felt like the second half was going to be a similar scenario in that we'd have to just try and break Everton down. So yeah, the substitution of Ross Barkley and Tielemans and how that changed the game, because it really did, didn't it?
Yeah, Ross Barkley was excellent, man. He was excellent. Apart from this one mistake where we got shouted at for, but just calming presence in the build-up. Like, this is what he was brought into. This is what he was doing in Luton, albeit a different system. And yeah, really composed on the ball. Narrative with him as well, playing against his former club. He'd want to impress, especially. Yeah, really liked it. Really liked the substitution.
Yeah, it was just nice to see them both playing. Barkley was balling out. He was absolutely balling out the second half. The way he was turning on the ball, he was doing a few nice drag backs. Wasn't losing the ball, just keeping it. I thought Tielemans again outstanding, as he has been the whole season. Fantastic on the ball again, and we were just running Gay, Idrissa Gay, Tim Iroegbunam, and Dwight McNeil in that middle. We were just running them about, and they couldn't keep hold of us. And it was just about us then being patient and getting into the right areas when we were ready to play. Because there was scenarios where we were building up with 20, 25, 30 passes, and it was all just going to be about our final action if we could take our chances. So yeah, we'll move on to that, bro. The first, it seemed like it was only a matter of time before we were going to get that equaliser. Again, Tielemans played some outstanding balls that second half. I remember he played one through someone's legs for an opportunity we had to Morgan Rogers, and it was just a ridiculous ball. Again, he's tried to play a ball inside the channel of now James Garner, who's playing at right back because Ashley Young's had to go to left back as Mykolenko went off in the first half. And it's kind of like in that channel where Digne's running, Jack Harrison's actually chasing him back. And the ball's so good, Jack Harrison knows he's got to stick a leg out in it. And fortunately, it falls to Ollie Watkins, and his confidence is there now. He's just scored, and yeah, he places it bottom corner.
Yeah, just to touch on Youri Tielemans, this is Aston Villa's best player this season by some distance. Don't even think it's really that close with anyone else. Here's a guy that's consistent in the first phase of play, consistent in the second phase of play. Not only is he receiving from deep, he's carrying the ball, and then once he gets to the halfway line, he's just cutting through their defense, bro. All his passes are so good. He'll be side on and he'll like disguise the pass to play it through to McGinn, the chance that we're talking about. Bro, I'm just running out of words, man. Like honestly, his Leicester performance.
He broke a record yesterday for the most number of passes.
Oh yeah, let me get into this.
Are you getting there? I'll leave you. My bad. I'm sorry. I'll leave you.
No, you reminded me. You reminded me, bro. Let's hear.
Go on then. Let's hear him.
147 touches as an Aston Villa midfielder, bro. Like, what reality is this?
Yeah,
that's what Xavi used to do in 2010.
Yeah.
Under Guardiola, bro, 147 touches. I don't think people are like taking like how mad that performance.
That is a prime Busquets performance for Barca at the new. Do you know what I mean? Just
126
dictating.
accurate passes, 1 big chance created, won 5 out of 9 ground duels. Bro, created as well. Just excellent player, bro. And I'm kind of getting like tired of just praising him after every game. He's been the most consistent player this season. I think he should have won Player of the Month. With respect to Onana, I know that he scored the goals and that kind of influences a lot of things. But the best player for Aston Villa this season has been Youri Tielemans.
Yeah, I've got the trim dedicated to him. You know,
you got the.
You know what I mean,
you got the
got everything off dedicated to Youri Tielemans. That short because that look he's pulling it off, man, and he's playing. And yeah, I think yesterday he recorded the most passes, 124 passes for the season. That's the record so far. Ridiculous player, and we all had our concerns about Dougie. Well, I for one did. I know you did as well, bro. Dougie leaving. Who would be able to dictate our play? And Youri Tielemans is just stepping up and doing that and beyond, man. He's just been unreal so far. And yeah, long may it continue. But
we didn't even talk about that pass to Rodgers in the first half where he just thinks it over and Rodgers just can't connect even though he should.
Yeah. In between the lines, yeah.
What kind of a pass is that, bro? Morgan Rodgers, it's great movement, but like the pass. Rodgers isn't even like behind their he hasn't set to move just yet when the pass comes in. He like arches his one. And I'm not sure what he's trying to do, if he's trying to flick it on or if he could take a touch. But it's just a shame, like just because that isn't a shot, that doesn't register then as like a big chance for Tielemans, but it's a fantastic pass.
We tried our interior runners a lot from Morgan Rodgers, and John McGinn was trying it a lot as well. Sometimes we would ignore the pass, but we were trying to run in behind on off our flanks. And when Rodgers moved on to the left as well, trying to run interiorly. And Tielemans will find you with that pass because he's just unplayable on the ball at times. And he's absolutely flying this season. He's a joke of a player. So we get back in the game. Again, Watkins, Ollie, gets his second, needed. His celebration as well. He did, I'm here. Don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. He was just, that's a reminder. Makes it 2-2. And he just feels like then all the momentum's in our hands, and we're going to get on to score relatively early in the second half. Everton having capitulated against Bournemouth and now find themselves 2-2. I think we all kind of saw the script, albeit it did take a bit of time to get the third.
Yeah, and I think the Watkins goal, there is an element of look to it being objective, like the way it just sits to him from Jack Harrison. But it's almost like when you sustain pressure. Go on, what are you going to say?
I was going to say Jack Harrison thought he was playing from the Villa,
thought that deal happened.
I know. Thought the deal went through it. When Fab lost his mind that one day and thought he was playing for Villa one minute, then Everton the next. Yeah, Jack Harrison really wants a contract.
But yeah, man, he was lucky. But you deserve that look sometimes when you're sustaining pressure and you're creating chances. And we had chances that we'd missed that were a lot easier than the play that we tried. But yeah, Watkins lets it run. Love that he did that. He didn't hesitate. It's just a simple slot in, bro. Like the ball did all the work for him. And yeah, love the celebration. I love the fact that he grabbed the ball and he's just like, no time to celebrate, bro. Like it's not about me scoring a brace. Like, I don't care. Like, get the ball back and let's win the game.
This is the side we are now as well. I think against any side, if we equalise, we want to win it. We're just all out, all guns. Our record under we don't get many draws. Drawing is not really a thing for us. So it's either win or lose. We just go all out and try and get all 3 points, man, because overall, out of 3 games, you have 2 wins, 1 loss instead of drawing 3 or winning 2, winning 1 and drawing 2. It looks better. So yeah, we go for the win,
that's kind of true.
sometimes end
Actually,
up losing it. Yeah,
we don't really draw under Unai, do we? It's a
It's
win-loss.
one way or the other. Yeah, it is.
But like you said, like to lose I'd rather lose a game and then just be 9 points than just be unbeaten and be like 7, and it's just like
yeah.
Well, actually, I don't. Yeah. No, that's
it works. It works.
It'll be 8. So say 2 wins, 2 draws. Allow that. Just give me the 3 wins and a loss.
All right then. So, bro, let's just not forget at 2-1.
You read my mind.
Yeah, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who I thought had a good game yesterday. I thought he caused Powell and Ezri problems yesterday, especially Powell. Powell got himself caught a number of times. I remember the first half, Calvert-Lewin was able to bring down a ball which had been pumped up by Jordan Pickford, and he didn't win on his chest or on his head. He was allowed to bring it down by his touch. I thought, it's going to be a sticky one for Pau Torres today because he just shoved him off the ball. He caused him all sorts of problems. And the interesting thing yesterday, before we get onto the chance where he did have the 1-on-1, is our positioning now. We don't seem to try and orchestrate that high line, do we? We sit deeper back. I mean, our line is a bit more off as well, and we kind of use Ezri Konsa more as a sweeper in that sense for anyone running behind. We're not playing as high as tall. The number of offsides has reduced compared to what they were last season. What do you think the reasoning is for that? Because there was elements yesterday where Calvert-Lewin, I think there was three times minimum where he got through and he was almost 1-on-1 with Martinez.
Everton bopped us for that play. That was incredible football. That looked like patterns of play done in training, and it was really good football. I think Beauregard on the other side's playing him on, not used to the line, and Calvert-Lewin gets in. I don't know what he's trying to do. Like if he curls his run, he can hit that with his left foot and just tuck it away. He's onside, but thankfully Martinez must have got into his head, like you were saying to me. Must have been mind games. And Konsa, I don't think he got enough credit from the fans at the time. Like it just seemed like it was just a normal because everyone assumed he was offside. He was.
I thought it was going in.
I thought he was going in as well. So Konsa, bro, incredible. Just like he still does. If Konsa's not there, he still does Emmy. Like he gets around him. So quality.
Yeah, it was. I think, bro, if everyone can cast their minds back to Goodison Park last year, Dominic Calvert-Lewin had an identical chance, and Emmy saved it with his foot. He was 1-on-1 with him. Was it last year, the 0-0, or was it the year before? It might have been. Yeah, it was last year. Calvert-Lewin had an identical chance, and Emmy got in his head that time as well. And he's got in his head again. He must have been having flashbacks, Calvert-Lewin, about that, because the last time he didn't round him, he hit it and Emmy saved it with his leg. And then this time he's tried to round him. And Emmy's just done the thing that keepers have to do. Stay on your feet for as long as possible. Put it in the striker's mind. Make them make the decision. And Calvert-Lewin's made the decision to try and go around him, and Ezri Konsa's got back and made the challenge. But yeah, that was a huge moment because, again, that would have made it 3-1 to Everton at that point. So yeah, bro, what do you think in general, though, about our high line? As I said, we dropped off a bit now. Can you see a reason for that at all in how we play?
Maybe lack of trust on the other side with like no right back.
Yeah.
Cash as well, even last season, was often the one deepest.
But my thinking is I don't think it's restricted players getting in behind, especially yesterday.
Yeah.
As I say, Calvert-Lewin got in behind 3 or 4 times. I don't think it's restricted that. So there must be a reason in terms of our build that potentially we are doing that. But yeah, we're definitely not playing as high as we did last year. That's for sure. And that will be interesting to see once Matty Cash does come back, if we do just push up higher again. Because obviously Bogard and Nedeljkovic have been playing the last 3 games since Cash got injured against Arsenal. So yeah, that will be interesting to see. But okay, before we move on to the main event, if you could like the stream, subscribe as well, and drop your comments in as well in the chat, and also after the video. Just going to see a few comments here before. Michelle saying Emery's a bad man. I think, for the booking. Facts. Weston saying, isn't it great we have a manager every player respects and fears at the same time, and little to like Alex Ferguson. Yeah, he isn't that more. And Emery's talked about Ferguson in the past before and how much he respected him. I think he does try and take elements of Fergie's management style. GA says, hello everyone. What a win yesterday was. Facts. Kevin saying Torres needs a session in the gym, get some body strength. Yeah, him and Mings needs to take him gym, man, and just press some weights, man. H says, thanks for joining. H said, must say, I thought our defence was very poor yesterday. I thought overall Everton didn't have that many chances. It says on the sheet they didn't have any. They had 6 shots, 2 on target, but there was elements where they got into dangerous positions for sure. And it did feel like our defence was kind of a bit all over the place in that regard.
I think it's an issue, bro. Personally,
yeah.
Our defense is an issue. 1 clean sheet in our last 16 games, conceded nearly 34 goals in those 16 games.
Yeah, like, it's not good.
I think it's a concern, to be honest.
It is, but the Emery motto is, "I'd rather win 5-4 than 1-0." So he's been quoted as saying that many years ago. So if that's the Emery way and we keep winning, I'm happy with that. Kevin says,
that's what I'm saying, like, just from even times at Emery, bro, like, he used to pride himself on the clean sheets. I remember we were going on, if you look at the 15 games won in a row, most of the time we were conceding 1 goal max. The rest of them
so if a Tyrone Mings is, say, to the level he was when he was playing at that time, does he come straight back over Pau Torres and we go to that back far because we're restricting clean sheets?
No, I think we got clean sheets last season with Torres, though. I don't know. I'm not sure what the like, even the Everton game we just referenced was a clean sheet. Arsenal City back to back. Okay, they had chances in the Arsenal game. What other games, like the Fulham? No, not Fulham. Sorry. What other games did we just keep a clean sheet? My mind's gone now, but it felt like a lot of the time last season we were keeping or just conceding just 1 goal. Like, we've conceded 2 goals now in both home games. Obviously, Everton's was a bit fortunate with how their goals came, but yeah.
Yeah, that if Mings does get back to the level, it will be. We'll see what happens with that, because when Mings was Konza and we had Digne and Cash, that period where we got into the Conference League, we were keeping clean sheets every other week. We were really solid as a defence. Had my elements there last year, but yeah, well, that would be an option, bro. If the clean sheet restriction, because it doesn't seem to be as regular as it was then.
There'd be no. I know we spoke about his physicality, but there'd be no way Torres will be coming out the side. Just think on the ball, it's a trade-off, isn't it?
That's my point, bro. That's my point. Yeah, that's my point. Michelle said that was the most hilarious one-on-one. Emmy turned his back on him, running back to the goal. Yeah, that's the one Michelle knows. Yeah, Emmy literally started running back into his goal. Wasn't even looking at him, and turned back and still managed to save it. Got in his head. So now we're going to move on to the main event, the main attraction. And big up Marnie. Big up Marnie first, because he's put the comment in. Big up Marnie Central. Check out his channel. Go subscribe to his channel. He goes, big up Jhon Duran. Talk on it, lads. And we're about to talk. So, bro, I'm going to leave the floor to you because you have been saying some outlandish takes. Some may say.
I've been begging.
You've been begging it. You've been begging it. I'm going to leave it to you.
I've been doing backflips, like, you know them ones. But yeah, man. Duran,
go on. You go.
3 match winners in 4 games. 8 league goals in 716 minutes of football. A goal every 96 minutes since he's joined the league, which is the second best in Prem history with a player that scored 5 goals minimum. Only Haaland, that freak, that show off.
Yeah,
that try hard, isn't it? Like, come on, Haaland can't score what Duran did yesterday, man. Like, you're in the box all the time. Like, how about score some real goals, innit? Higher than Thierry Henry currently. Higher than Alan Shearer, higher than Wayne Rooney. List off any other striker that's ever existed in the Prem that scored 5 goals, yeah. And bro, he's done it again. I can't believe he's done it again, bro. What is going on?
What is actually going on? It's not said it. It's mad. Bro, just
to finish off the glazing once and for all, bro.
Go on.
The best Aston Villa talent since Jack Grealish. Like, that's it now. In terms of natural ability, God's gift, ability in your feet to play the game, it's Jhon Duran, bro, after Grealish. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I think everyone's starting to believe, bro, and is hearing it because, bro, the goals, mad. Let's go to the goal, bro, because the build-up's quality. It's a number of passes in the build-up. We've been fluid. We dragged them out of position, tried to move it around, and Duran kind of takes a bad touch. It gets put to him by Tielemans, and he kind of takes Matson plays into him and takes a heavy touch, and he manages to work and get the second touch and give it to Tielemans, then gives it to Barkley, and then Barkley gives it him back.
It's that leap, isn't it, over like short distance where he just manages to get a little nick on it while the defender reaches.
Now, let's be honest, yeah. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we can be honest.
We were looking at each other, going, what is he thinking here?
What are you doing?
What are you playing at?
What are you doing, son?
What are you playing at? And then the next thing was, oh! Shout out boy Steph on Twitter, because he said something mad. He said the atmosphere yesterday was like, for that goal, was like it was in La Liga. Because in La Liga, when they score, they go, go, they go, yeah. Whereas in England, they go, yeah, or you cheer. They go, go. The O's, because of how ridiculous that goal was and no one was expecting it. It sounded like we were in Malaga or somewhere. It didn't sound like we were on UK shores, man. Yeah, it was mad. Unbelievable strike.
I've never had my hands on my head so long after a goal. Like, it wasn't even a celebration, bro. It wasn't even a celebration.
I think you put your hands on your head and I was shaking you.
I was turning around.
Wake up, man.
Wake up, bro. It's happened. It's real. You didn't dream it, man. I was turning around, bro. I was seeing people, hands on their head. People like had their head over the railing system. Now I'm just like, what am I actually seeing, bro? What's going on? I think we had one of the best views in the stadium. Like, to be biased, but we saw the spin on that. We saw it's always better when a goalkeeper tries their best to go through as well. Yeah,
because that's the thing that makes it even better. Pickford's that side. Now we know the jokes about Pickford. We know we've heard them. But T-Rex Pickford's that side. Yeah, all of that. But he's that side. Like I remember Pickford picking out. You know what that reminded me of? Yeah, you remember when England played Colombia at the World Cup in 2018?
Oh,
and who nicked that shot that went top corner and Pickford tipped it. Duran's thinking, you know what? You saved that one top corner, against my Colombian nation. Watch me do this. Watch me do this.
That's a sick reference.
Because he's done exactly the same thing, but just put it top bings, and Pickford couldn't get anywhere near it. That's what I related to. Yeah, like
that might actually be the goal I've been thinking about all weekend. I was like, I've seen this before, you know.
We didn't go in. Pickford tipped it, and then England won on penalties.
Oh yeah,
Duran's been like,
Duran's about like the shot. Yeah.
Yeah, it just reminded. It was like, yo, that was an absolute madness. And yeah, from our angle, we saw the swaz, the dip, the swerve, whatever, and he's absolutely binsed it, man. Couldn't believe it, and yeah, I don't think it took about 10 seconds for everyone to really clock that they just done that, and everyone to just start celebrating. But the noise and the atmosphere for that was insane.
Can we get to Charlie's recent comment? I don't like to just read out the comments before you get to, but put his most recent comment, Southampton.
Yeah.
This goal, this is the shot that's been bothering me all week. It's like, where have I seen that Duran goal before? And this is it. Away at Southampton in the purple and white. He licks it across and it goes like across and then back in. It's the same corner. And yeah, that's the goal I've been thinking about. That's just Villa. That's just knowing Villa. That is. I knew there's something.
Charlie stayed a few in the chat. He's gone, yeah. Lyle made the Mina comparison to my brother post game. That was Mina struck that one for Colombia. And yeah, Company versus Leicester as well. Very similar strikes. Like, it's mad. It's absolute swazzer, man. Michelle said, yeah, 5 live commentary on Duran's goal is hilarious. Villa TV's commentary that today, that's insane as well. Everyone's just lost their mind on that goal. And thoroughly deserving match winner, man. It's insane. And bro, this player, this striker, he has just elite ability. It's insane.
He needs to relax a bit, in my opinion. He needs to
what do you mean?
chill out, bro. Do you know what I mean? Big time Sky, and you just put like, Jhon Duran, you're a talent, yeah. Why am I seeing Real Madrid fans saying, you know what, we might need a striker?
Yeah, they need to relax. They need to relax.
Why am I seeing like PSG fans just like, why didn't we go for Duran? Chelsea fans are like hating their board. Like, why did we not?
Yeah, allow them, man. Allow them. They were cussing him in the summer, so allow them. Yeah.
I'm just grateful the window's closed. We get to see him in the Champions League. And me and you said after the game, has a player ever done as much as he does, and we still don't think he's going to start the next game?
But do you know what that is? That's just our squad's gone off a level now. We've never had a squad like this, have we? I don't think we've had a squad like this level. Do you?
Yeah. Well, Villa Mantra used to be you can play yourself into the team through training, no matter what the game. And that was like kind of Dean Smith's thing. Like if you play well in training, it's like, you know what, man, I fancy this like this weekend.
Facts,
when he picks his he was on the Monday for the Saturday. But
facts.
Emery feels like Emery knows his team already. Like I don't think Duran's gonna start against Wolves. Do you know what Emery said, which has come out, he's quoted as saying, he said that he may look at Duran and Watkins playing as a two, and they need to really find that connection, because obviously Duran came on, Watkins remained on the pitch. He's saying they still lack that connection, but he'll try everything he can. And if there's one manager who's the don of two up top, it's that guy right there, Emery. So if he can get them hitting like Lacazette and Aubameyang were, like other striker he's had back in the day, Cavani as a two. Cavani was, I can't remember who was playing with Cavani. Was it Lavezzi at PSG those times? If he can get them balling the two, just imagine the level they can go to, man. Yeah, maybe. I think I'm a bit more on the. I like the idea of it, and I like that it satisfies both their desires to start. But we'll see, because I really like Rodgers in that role, like a different profile, kind of dropping deep and playing that kind of game, and just has that, like, as much as I rate Duran, I don't think he's really a dribbler. Like, Duran can't dribble.
Nah,
with the ball over distance. He's just
why dribble when you can just shoot?
Which is hilarious. I've just said he's the most talented guy, but I'm just like, he can't dribble. But yeah.
I hear what you're saying there. And Weston said this, and I totally agree. Is it possible we actually have the best pair of strikers in the league?
Yes.
I think it's fact. I don't think it's possible. I think it's fact.
A little bit of a distance as well, in my opinion.
Yeah. Obviously, Haaland's Haaland, and that's just this. He discounts himself. He is too, to be fair, with the goals he gets and stuff. But in terms of depth, I think we have the best striker depth. Liverpool.
I don't think people would argue against it.
Newcastle used to put on a conversation if Callum Wilson was firing. I think they would, to be fair.
Yeah, Newcastle was close.
Yeah, but apart from that, for me, we have the best striker depth for sure. And I think we do right now.
Don't know United fans coming in about
Xerxes and Hoyland. I don't want to hear any of that.
Hoyland,
they can shush about them.
We don't care.
Yeah, we
allow
do business.
Hoyland.
So yeah, bro, we move back in. We come back into reality of the game, because that Duran, that was just out of this world. And a few minutes later, we nearly conceded. That would have been an absolute shot sucker puncher.
That was some typical Villa stuff. That was, I don't know. That was some 20
played through. And Calvert-Lewin again, he's absolutely rattled the bar, and it's like, this is our day. This really is our day. But the thing is, I think if Calvert-Lewin had scored, I think we'd have scored again.
Probably.
That's how much I thought we were dominating. I thought, even if he'd have scored at that point, I think we'd have gone on to score again. Because obviously Ian Maatsen had come on now, and he was really getting at him on their right-hand side. He was getting him behind a few good times. He put a great ball in for Watkins when he should score.
Yeah, that chance for Watkins, that was before match winner, weren't it? And I think Towers enjoys. I think Towers likes passing to Dean as well, having that option. I think he loves having Maatsen running in behind where he can be more creative with his passing.
Yeah, we saw it against West Ham. That was a big one when that goal. And there's elements of it again yesterday. Was playing Maatsen through with that passing that side. I think at that point, Everton had dropped back into a 5. Jake O'Brien came on, and they'd kind of gone into a 5. Sometimes they were playing as a 6, so they were dropping deep at this point. And just looking for Calvert-Lewin to transition on us. And we still managed to push up with 5 at the top. and still managing to play through them, which is really good and a huge positive for us. If you can play for a team that's sitting 6 back and push 5 on, which we like to do in our system, and have that 3-2-5 or the 2-3-5, depending on how forward Pau Torres is playing.
Yeah.
And we're really getting joy. And obviously, Morgan Rogers had the chance where he squared it to Watkins. That was a big opportunity. Maxim, when he squared it to Watkins again, and he should score, really. He puts it wide, but he should score.
And that's what Maxim's getting paid his wages for, in my opinion, this system. Like, yes, you got to be good defensively, but you running behind, you get to that byline and you cut back for a big chance. If you can do that 2-3 times a game, we're in. We're smashing it.
Yeah,
it's a different type of profile to Dean, where Dean is more like an early crosser. He likes to like in swing, and it probably goes outside. Like, you remember his cross to Watkins in the first half, where Watkins was kind of doing like
was doing kick-ups from Watkins, doing kick-ups in the box. Yeah.
And then he lays it off to McGinn and he gets the shot. Well, that's a different type of crosser that Dean is. So, but bro, they bopped us, man. They bopped us with that passage again. And as much as I love Pau Torres, I always sing his praises on the ball. He's completely changed the dynamics of our first phase build-up, 100%. He does lack physically. He had the yard. He had the yard on Calvert-Lewin, and Calvert-Lewin's getting in behind him. It wasn't a foul. It's nowhere near a foul.
No, it wasn't. That is the concern, really. I don't know if for Calvert-Lewin and his ability to finish or etc. I don't think you face many strikers who are more physically dominant than Calvert.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy, and he's got the strength and the physicality up there. Obviously, Haaland is a freak, but in terms of that size and stature and the pace as well, I think there's not many like Calvert-Lewin in that frame. So it's a tough afternoon. If he's feeling himself and he's on it, it's going to be a tough afternoon. I thought he did really cause Pau Torres problem. So I don't think he'll face too many like that. Maybe with the pace, but the actual physicality, I don't think there's too many like that in the league. And it's just the positioning and reading it.
I said on the previous part, like, he just always gets a chance against us. I don't know what it
is. He does.
He always finds a way to get a chance against us, and that's all you can ask for from strikers. That's what we're like with Ollie. Ollie, as long as you get the chances in a game, I just can't be mad. Also, interesting stat on Watkins. 4 shots on target, or 4 shots on target is the most shots on target with under 20 touches in Prem history. That is the most Haaland type performance. Sometimes that's what you need. You don't need your strikers up to back and having like 50 touches, man. Like, sometimes it's efficiency. Watkins would have left that game not really conserving, not really like burning through that much energy, and we're going to need him for the long haul with Champions League. So I like it, man. I like this.
When we start in the countdown then to Gabby, when it's 10,
man, he's already surpassed him in my head, bro.
No, I'm not talking about surpassing him or not. I think that's the case, but I mean, when we start in the countdown, when there's 10.
That's what I'm saying. The tally, he's already done it. He's already done it.
It's already done in your head, yeah. He's already getting it. Oh, fair.
I can already see the graphic, bro.
Fair. I
can already see Gabby's comments in Gabby in the comments saying the most cringe thing ever, and just Hopefully,
Gabby would give him the respect, man.
Gabby, he'll be like, you didn't score against Blues, though, did you?
Like, facts. So anyway, we get the 3 points for Everton, playing Everton on 5:30, man. It's always a glorious occasion at Villa Park. Get the victory. Go 9 points. Joint 4th now after Newcastle and the Arsenal results today. Can't ask for a better start, man. To play against Arsenal and be in that game and potentially winning that. We could have won that. We had a chance to win that, and then winning the rest of the games. I think our numbers as well in terms of our XG and our XJ, in terms of where we should actually be in the table, if you look at it on our X points, we're bang on as well. So yeah, what can you ask?
Emiliano Buendia, it's only right to touch on him. 475 days since his last Premier League game.
Mental.
Brighton at home when we won 2-1 to secure conference. So good to see him back. Apart from you getting onto his first touch, that time out.
Do you know why it was? It was at the point of the game, yeah, where it was like, it's still 3-2. We just need everyone to be on it. And I think he had one slack touch. I was like, Emmy, just please, you can't be doing that now. Please, just make it stick.
He was more like an Emmy man.
I've missed saying that from under the Gerrard times. I've missed saying that.
To touch on Emmy, I forgot rewatching the game. He had a big passage of play where I think Tielemans played it into him. Rodgers and him tried to do like a little bit of link up. Rodgers' back foot didn't work, but he won the ball back. Played it out to McGinn. McGinn dinks it back post. Maatsen just flicks it to Duran. And Duran nearly falls off like an overhead kick type. He said if the ball had just dropped down low enough, like he might have had a second ball. But
he had the header as well.
If that went in, well, I would have been on the pitch, man.
What, from the whole safe.
Duran Bray's
the upper hole, safe.
India involvement, like that's too much
more. Weston saying facts. It would have been a crime if Duran's goal wasn't the winning goal of the game, and that's a big fact. So that had to be the winner. So yeah. Also, you got onto. You're saying I got onto Emmy. You got onto Philogene for that free kick. You weren't having that.
Yeah. Philogene. I like Philogene as a player, but man, that is just the most inexperienced thing I think I've seen. To Ashley Young.
Yeah, the man known for diving.
He's got his back to goal. He's not going anywhere.
Bro, you need to show him those videos against Kieran Clark and that. Yeah, look at the form at Old Trafford, man, and Ashley Young and how he loves the dive against Villa. So, man, that
was old school. That was from the old.
That's old school Ashley Young, and it
flattened. That was some gang, like 80s gangster stuff. That was just like, and also
that pushes us in a tricky position.
With our record defending set pieces, I was just, oh my gosh, we're not gonna actually do it, are we?
Well, we survived, bro, and we got the 3 points, and we go into this game on Tuesday night, Champions League against Young Boys. Shout out to everyone going to Switzerland. I hope you have a sick time. Bro, Champions League is here. It is here. Mental. Mental. Well, yeah, we'll close that out. 9 points. Fantastic. 3 wins. Can't ask for more, really. And, we're going to close the show out. I think, anything else you want to say, bro?
Yeah, I think it's cool, yeah.
Well, what would you want to say?
Oh, I was gonna just say, do you want to mention the protest that took place before the game? Stop exploiting loyalty. Red cards were being shown at outrage over the ticket pricing. I mean, you've got our opinions on it as well. It does feel just a bit out of touch. You just feel like fans are having to foot the cost of the success. And yeah, we had our cards, but unfortunately we couldn't get into the stadium because of the outside, bro. Which I felt made me want to protest even more. And I was just like,
but, facts.
Yeah, man. Good to see some type of just pushback at least, and BBC
some
covered it as
recognition.
well. We got the attention. Big up Villa Academy on Twitter who organised the protest. So yeah, man.
Yeah, facts. Aaron's just put a comment as well. Watkins Duran, the Premier League's most potent strike force, 100% up the fucking Villa. That's the chat I like to see, man. Facts. Big up Aaron. New around here, so big up yourself. Right, bro, I think that's it. We're going to be previewing the game on Tuesday, which will be out tomorrow because it's just non-stop now. It's games every 1-2 days.
Don't feel real.
Thanks for everyone joining, man. Really appreciate it. Had some great numbers in tonight. Chat's been great as well. If you could like the stream, please. Subscribe if you are new around here. Subscribe and comment your thoughts on the game as well in the chat. Fantastic result. And we move on to a massive game on Tuesday. As I say, and I never thought I'd say, Aston Villa playing Champions League football on Tuesday. So have a nice chilled night tonight. Enjoy your Monday and prepare to watch Villa play Champions League football.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep with the anthem playing, man. That's all I'm doing.
That's the alarm, man. That's going to wake me up, bro. Sleep and the alarm.
It's the alarm, yeah, okay. Yeah, I see that.
Now people use White noise. I'm going to use the Champions League theme song to settle me down and get me to sleep. But yeah, thanks you all for joining. See you on the next one on the preview. Enjoy your evening all. Thanks, bro, as well.